27. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Ritter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at this Saints defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a 1st down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Paulson Adebo up to make the stop. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Ritter. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Down the left sideline.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Screen play set up for Williams. Touchdown! Jamal Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. When you look at the Saints defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah,
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Carr will look to throw. And this will be caught. So the try for two, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll motion Pitts. First down, here's Ritter. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Ritter off the play fake. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Saints had 5 and 11 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. In motion right, Olave. Throwing his car on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's Carr. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Ritter. That is caught. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw his Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. Touchdown, Saints! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd down throw coming for Ritter. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here we go. You, yellow, black 40.
Ritter now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ritter, the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To the right side, complete to Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
But just to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple, it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made it really nice.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Carr. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Carr now on 1st down. Williams brings it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Carr going to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the
touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Flush to his right. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
All right, baby, that was big. That was big. Let's go. Blue striker. Blue 32. Let's go. Full set.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. Going deep this time for Miller. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Here's Carr to throw. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people. But in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson. Taken down at the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Ritter to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Play action. Now it's Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Arnold Ebiketie coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Arnold Ebiketie picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Second down and 4. Robinson with another carry.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion goes the tight end. On play action, now Carr. That one complete to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Carr sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Arnold Ebiketie able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr. Got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
In motion, the tight end. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready. Yellow. 43. Go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
140 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd down. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Connecting with Hill, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Olave over the middle. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
That'll be caught by Hill. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Carr to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A quick throw there out to Williams.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.